We're going to be taking a look at a really cool tool from Geeboon that allows you to use multiple iron handles. So the C115, C210, and C245 iron handles all at the same time with one soldering iron station. In other words, all of them will be plugged in to the one station. You'll be able to pick up whichever iron you want to use at any given time. And the switch will detect which one you've picked up and it will heat up that specific iron for you to use. I really love this station for how cheap it is. You can see this thing is only 76 bucks with 20 bucks shipping with the current mega sale going on. This ends on Saturday, so I guess the day that you'll see this video. But this is a phenomenal iron for the price. You can see I've been using this thing for a few months now and I'm really happy with it. But I've been really wanting to have all three set up at once so I can pick which one I want to use. And that's where this thing comes in. This is the SW03 soldering switch, and this thing is only 50 bucks about with shipping. So this allows you to plug in 3 separate stands so it can detect which one you're picking up so that it will only heat up that iron. This has actually been out for a while, but it has been really hard to get your hands on this thing because they were out of stock for so long, but they're finally back in stock with this. So if you're planning on grabbing this, I recommend picking it up sooner rather than later because I don't know how much stock they're going to have this time around, probably more than last time, but worth noting. So I'll have affiliate links in the description for all this if you're interested and want to support the channel. I'll also have a link to the review I made of this station if you're interested in that. But let's go ahead and open this thing and see what we have in here. Okay, this is going to be the DC jack, so it looks like we're going to have to plug in the switch for it to be able to work. Looks like they provide us with an extra banana jack, which is going to be important, and I'll show you why these are important in a sec. And then we have the switch itself, and I'm really actually happy with how small this is. I thought this was going to be quite a bit larger. Geeboon has done a great job of making this entire setup super low profile. Like the station itself is super low profile, and so is their nice stand. So I'm glad to see that they've stuck with that sort of low profile vibe because it really takes up a lot less space on the desk, especially if you're planning on having 3 irons on the desk. So this thing operates with the 6-pin iron handles, so the ones that come with the Geeboon station, as well as the extra handles you can pick up. I'll put a listing in the description where you can get the handles themselves outside of the kits that you can buy with the iron. It's worth noting that this won't work, at least out of the box, with the Firmware irons. Let's go ahead and pull off this little protective film over the switch there. So on the back here, you can see we have the 12 volt input, which we're going to use this for here. This is really cool. This is actually a pass-through for the 12 volts where you can hook up a fan or basically anything else that will turn on when you take one of the irons out of the stands. You can see it only supplies a maximum of 200 milliamps, I believe at 12 volts here. And then we have the banana jack port here that we need to plug in directly to our Geeboon station here. And for the front here, there's going to be sort of 2 scenarios. One of them is going to be if you have the more basic stand that they give you with some of their kits, you can plug in the iron to any of the 3 channels. And then in order for the sleep function to work on this particular iron stand, you're going to have to plug in a banana jack cable between the back of the iron stand here and the respective banana jack right below where you plugged the iron in. So this allows the switch to know which iron you've picked up and which one to start heating up. The other scenario is if you have the nicer iron stand from Geeboon, you're gonna actually have a port on the back for your handle. So you just plug the handle directly into the stand like this. And then the stand has its own wire here that you're just gonna plug into the switch. So there's gonna be no need to plug in an extra wire between here and the stand. The 6-pin connector in this case is going to do all of the work for you. I also want to test the Firmware iron stand with this. Again, the actual Firmware handle won't work, but this is another Geeboon handle we're going to use, and we're just going to plug this directly into here. In this case, we're also going to have to run a banana jack between the stand and the respective port. So I've got another one of these here. We're going to plug it into the stand and then plug it into the switch on the 3rd channel here. So I know I have kind of a mess of wires going on here on the bench, but obviously you can set this up in such a way that it's going to look, pretty clean, especially if you have a bunch of these stands that don't require you to have 2 wires going in between the stand and the switch. So now we have our C245, our C210, and C115 handles all plugged into the same switch, and this switch is going to plug into our soldering iron station. So next I'll plug in the banana jack on the back of the switch to the one on the back of the Geeboon station here. And then we're going to plug in the switch as if it is a iron handle that we're using for the station. So this is just going to go right in the back here. And then we'll go ahead and plug in the 12 volts for the switch. So by default, you can see the station is not connected to any tool, and that's because the switch hasn't detected that we've pulled any of these irons out of their respective stands. So for example, if I want this C115, I'll just take it out of the stand, and you can see it's actually starting to heat up. It took 2 seconds here for it to heat up, but you can see now we have a green light on the channel 2 where I have this stand plugged in. And this proves that only 1 wire is necessary if you do have this stand. You can see here if I put this back now, we're going to have it start going to sleep here. You can see sleeping. The really cool thing about this switch is that it's smart and it actually recognizes that this is the last handle you picked up and it keeps it enabled. That way the sleep temperature is enabled and the next time you pick up that same iron handle, it'll heat up a lot faster. This is implemented in such a genius way because you're going to be using the same iron probably over and over again for one job, and then you're going to switch to the next iron. But if you do want to switch to a different iron handle altogether, we can just pick up that particular iron handle and you can see it's going to enable a different one here, and that's going to connect the correct iron handle to the station. You can see it's heating up for sure. It's a little bit hot. I don't know why we have this set to 480. That's a bit much, but you can see it is in fact heating the correct iron handle up. And when we put it back in, again, it's going to keep that channel active until we pick this exact same one up again, or until we pick up another iron handle. So we're going to try this one on the Firmware stand here now, and hopefully, yeah, it actually switched to the Firmware one. So again, this is not the Firmware iron handle. This is just the Firmware stand for the iron. So I just wanted to prove that you can use this with most iron stands that implement a sleep feature that have this banana jack on the back. The switch really just needs to be able to tell which iron you've picked up. The way that this essentially works is that the metal areas of your soldering iron are grounded, and the station and therefore the switch actually applies a small voltage to the metal of your iron stand here. So whether it be the hanger or the place that you actually insert the iron here, this is going to be at 3.3 volts in relation to the ground. So if we actually measure between here, you can see on the top left there, I'm getting 3.3 volts. But when I touch them together, that's going to go down to 0. And the iron is able to tell that it's in sleep mode. So when we take it off, we have that 3.3 volts and you can hear the beep, which indicates that the iron is heating up. So when you touch any part of the metal to the hanger or to any part of the station, it's going to remove that voltage and the station knows to put it to sleep. And when it's not touching, it knows at that point to heat up that particular iron. So all that being said, you can kind of hack together a stand that works for you if you don't have 3 stands. As long as you have a piece of metal essentially to insert your iron into, you can technically just connect that to any of the banana jacks here. You can buy these banana jack cables separately. You can see actually because we unplugged this one, it thinks we took this one out, and that's because it's not shorting that 3.3 volt signal. But as soon as I plug this in again, it's going to put that one to sleep, and then we can take out a different one. So all that to say is you don't actually need a specific iron stand for this to work. You just need it to have a bit of metal that you can connect to this particular banana jack. This is just a wire. It's nothing special. You can even just solder directly to this little port if you want to. But yeah, for 50 bucks, this is sick. This works super well. I love how it memorizes which stand that you've used last. That's a super cool feature so that you can have the sleeping functionality, because the sleeping functionality actually does also extend the life of your tips, so you're not heat cycling them as drastically every time you put the soldering iron in the stand and take it out. And also has the added benefit again of it heating up faster than from just being fully cold. While we have the multimeter out here, I'm going to check how much voltage we have on the actual back of this little port here. Okay, so it's a little under 12 volts. It's like a weak 11 volts, but that would probably still power most low power things like a fan, for example, would have no problem running at 11 volts. So just be aware that I don't think we're going to be getting a nice clean signal out of this thing if you want to use this feature. And then you can see if I put this back to sleep here, it's going to remove our 10 volts up here. So it really seems to be designed for use with a fan because of the relatively low amount of current it can supply and the weird voltage it's outputting. But one of the really cool things about this switch is you can actually daisy chain them. So I bought 2 of these to try this. So apparently you can actually hook up a switch to one of the inputs on the switch, and apparently this works. So of course I had to buy another one of these to see how well this works. So I'm going to plug this switch into this channel here, and then I'm going to plug in the sleep banana jack here for this channel into the back here, and then we'll plug in the 12 volts for the secondary switch here, which we can have stacked on top of the original one like this. And finally I'll plug in the Firmware iron here to the secondary switch. So we have the Firmware plugged into the secondary switch, which is plugged into channel 3 of the first switch, which is then plugged into the station. So if you have 2 of these, you can technically have 5 separate iron handles active at once on the same station, on this same little $100 station. This is insane that you can do this. So let's give this a shot. Right now I have the C245 handle out, which is showing active on the first switch. But if I put this back and then pick up this one here, you can see it's actually activating the second switch, which is therefore activating our handle, which is now actually heating up and working on the station. This is insane that you can do this, and it actually works well. And you can see both channels remain active even after sleep, and you can see it is working in sleep mode. So this is just insane. For like the $100 station and then $50 for each of these, so 200 bucks, you can have 5 active handles at once on a soldering iron station, and it actually seems to work really well, and there's no like flipping of switches and things. You just take the iron out that you want and it works. It just detects the correct handle too. The really cool thing about the Geeboon station is you can actually have completely different settings here, the presets for the temperatures, as well as the calibration, and any of the settings back here that are under the tools section. All this stuff you can see here is specific to the C115 handle. So as soon as you switch handles, it's actually going to switch all of your settings over to whatever you set up for that handle. So you can see the picture here of the C115 handle, and it also says C115 at the top. If I put this back and I pull out the C210 handle that's plugged into this switch, that's plugged into this switch, that's plugged into the station, it's actually going to detect the correct handle. Look at that. And it's going to give you the different presets that you have set up for that handle. And then same goes for the C245 handle here. If I take this out, you'll see it's going to activate the C245 settings and your presets. And these are actually different presets I have here. You can see as proof, I have 260, 310, and 350 for this handle. But if I pull out the C210, I'm going to have different settings. I have 375, 400, and 430, or sorry, C115. So anyways, after having used this thing for a few months, I still recommend this thing. I'm really happy with it. And I've been really enjoying these C115 handles. I honestly don't see any reason to get any other budget station if you can do all of this with it. Your expansion options are pretty much infinite here. Also, quick update on the firmware of this thing. Since my last video I made on this, I was complaining about the fact that you can't actually plug in the iron tips without potentially burning yourself. You kind of have to use the setup they have here or do it really fast. Geeboon has actually released a firmware update for this thing since that video, which has a setting that you can enable which prevents the iron from heating up once you change the tip. So in other words, as soon as you pull out a tip and then insert a new one, it's not going to immediately heat this thing up until you put it in here and take it out again, and then it's going to start heating it up to prevent you from burning your fingers. So huge shout out to Geeboon for listening to user feedback and providing a new firmware update for the iron. At this point, especially with the switches that are available, I think there's really no other iron I would recommend other than this one, just because of how cheap it is, how good it is, and how expandable it is with this sort of stuff. So huge thumbs up to Geeboon for making this happen. This is such a sick setup, and for also restocking these things. I'm really happy they finally have more of these guys in stock for more people to get their hands on, because this is just too cool. The fact that you can have such a cheap station and still have 3 active handles at once, or even more if you buy more switches. One of the reasons you might want 2 switches is because if you have 2 of the same handle size, or rather 2 cartridges for the same handle size that you use all the time, and you don't want to keep switching the cartridge, you can just have them plugged in at the same time along with your other handle sizes. Also, if you have the larger Geeboon station, you have that extra handle size that's super big that you can use along with this setup as well, and you can have all 4 active at once. So all that to say is, this is super cool. I'm really excited to start using all 3 handles at once. I've sort of just had my 2 stations active for the C115 and C210, but it's going to be nice to have the option to go over to my C245. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.